Alright.
This is terrible.
Honey bun. Let's just go with honey bun.
Do you just want to start with the honey bun and we'll dress it after the fucking honey bun?
Yes, honey bun.
Oh, okay. Well, first I guess, what were your initial thoughts when you just looked at the notes and saw honey bun?
Honey bun.
The microwave honey bun. What'd you think?
That sounds extra toasty.
So we were in history, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my history teacher is going off about, because his class ends right before the start of the Civil War in U.S. history, right? And then U.S. history 2 continues, beginning with the Civil War. So he's talking about how the nations divided right before the Civil War, and he mentions the similarities of current events and the Civil War, about how, like, the nations divided, and having the class discuss on it, right?
Yeah.
He said something about, like, he was like, you know, I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, he was like, you think people are not preparing for the war? He was like, I went to a gun show the other day. He was like looking at an anarchist cookbook and everything.
Oh.
The dude next to me, the same dude who was wearing the Eat More Vagina hat, leans over and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to start microwaving honey buns or something like that. Talking about the fucking meme. And I just started fucking dying in class again. Because I'm thinking about this, I'm like, holy fuck, imagine anarchists microwaving honey buns and, like, throwing that shit onto, like, riot officers, dude, and they can't get it off, and it starts melting through their fucking skin. And we're laughing about it, right? And it's obvious. I'm right there in the front, and he's like, well, I don't want to say my last name. He refers to me by our last names, but he was like, Gino, what's going on? And I was like, through my laughter, I was like, well, you know, there's this joke that's going on about microwaving like a honey bun for 10 minutes and it becomes incredibly hot and incredibly sticky. It's like almost like a poor man's napalm. And he was joking about how he's gonna have to run to the fucking gas stations to get the fucking cinnamon buns during the revolution and just fucking... How hard would that be? Just guerrilla warfare, dude. It's just like hiding in the fucking urban areas and I see a soldier and I just I throw a fucking honey bun at that dude.
How do you hold it?
Probably like slingshot or something, bro.
As the founding fathers intended.
As the out of a fucking cannon. Oh my god! Take the whole Costco pack of honey buns.
The honey bun grape.
You just hear, right? It's like an urban area. I'm gonna stand away from my phone. It's just an urban area, and you hear tally ho! Dude, how hard would that be? Oh my god. Someone quote us.
Oh my god, have at thee, tyrant.
Have at thee, tyrant. Run the compartments of thy pantaloons. Oh my god.
Fuck. Dude.
Alright, let's address it. You address the situation.
I don't know where I live. Never mind.
That's the news that comes up. Yeah, we missed a week on the podcast. It's because I'm homeless now. I don't have a house. I don't know where I live.
Yeah, the poverty cut went too far, guys. I got a little too into it, and I'm on the streets now. I'm recording on a run-over Samsung that I'm barely able to charge with a charger that I stole from a Circle K.
The dedication we bring. He had to steal that charger just so that we could record this podcast for everyone who's listening. All of you, and I think that most listeners are from Mesa, which is weird.
There's a reason for that, but...
Oh. But yeah, the most people is from Mesa, and there's a lot of different people listening in Florida. There's a good amount of people in Florida. We lost our Belgium fan base, dude. I'm low-key kind of sad.
I I don't know how that happened.
I don't know why. I was so hoping when we came back that the Belgium views would spike up again.
It's just we got to commit.
Do you know how addicting it is looking at the statistics, though, dude? Oh my god.
I like watching numbers go up. I'm just a primate.
Yeah, funny numbers rise. I don't even care, though. I know a lot of people would look at it, and currently at the situation, this would be a cool log in history. We have a total of... How much downloads do we have a total of?
I have not checked in a very long
In
time.
between 100 and 200, I believe it is. Like, we don't have a lot of people listening.
Yeah.
It shows, like, RAS, which is, like, reoccurring listeners. We have 8. It actually went down to 7. Yeah, it's showing here. 7.
Someone got tired of this shit.
I guess at currently, what is this, episode 7? Currently, episode 7, we have all-time 380 downloads. So, technically, this show has been going on for not even a year, and we have more downloads than days there are in the year, so... That's fucking go!
That's a win.
That's a dub! That's a dub in my book.
That's what we were fucking talking about. We were trying to talk about the real elephant in the room, not my homelessness. Immediately after announcing that we would be releasing weekly, we proceeded to not release weekly.
I don't know what happened, dude. I think we were both just busy, and then we just kind of ignored it, and then we were like, oh, whatever, we'll wait till next. Dude, you gotta fucking stop. Dude, we're feeling real giddy. Real giddy today, man. I don't know what it is.
Real lackadaisical.
I guess, do we want to start on stoicism and emotion? Are you feeling that? Or are you feeling mortality or morality?
Mortality is always fun.
Mortality is always fun. I love mortality. Oh, actually, before we get into that, I did want to clarify something. I did more research. This is actually kind of interesting. You know how I brought up last episode, Satanism?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bro is sipping the lean.
Yeah. Satan.
So, yes, I had mentioned how one of their key values was not killing children. So, I did have it sort of right, sort of wrong. Okay? So, what that key value was the Church of Satan. It's one of their key values that is do not harm small children. The Church of Satan are not the cool ones, though. The cool ones is the recent Satanic Temple. To give a little bit of differences, the Church of Satan was founded in 1966. The Satanic Temple was founded in 2013. The main difference between the two is that the Church of Satan was never officially recognized as a religion. The Satanic Temple is an officially recognized and tax-exempted church by the IRS.
Shit.
They have after-school clubs. They have after-school satanic book clubs, which sounds bad, but it's not. They don't believe in magic or anything. They have Baphomet, right?
Yeah.
So, to kind of they are... I guess after I read through their whole thing, if anyone wants to really go into this, it is just the satanictemple.com. They have a whole greatly written article about the difference between the Church of Satan and the Satanic Temple, and they have all of their movements and everything that you can go through. But I just wanted to read their fundamental tenets, or some of the key ones that I know. So, number 1 is one should strive to act with compassion and empathy towards all creatures in accordance to reason.
Okay.
2 is The struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over all laws and institutions, which I really like.
Yeah.
That is definitely like justice is a key point.
I mean, that did kind
3.
of match up with something else we have.
Oh yeah. 3 is one's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone. 4 is the freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willingly and unjustified encroach upon the freedoms of another is to forego one's own. I like that one too.
I like that too.
They were spitting when they wrote that one.
Wait.
On Satan. 5, beliefs should okay, this is 5 is their main, I wouldn't say it's their main tenet, but in the article I read about them that was written by the founder, it is one of their key tenets, and it actually explains what they worship and what the whole church is about, right?
Okay.
Beliefs should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's belief. So, they don't have a book. They're like, you know how most religions, you have the Quran, the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Even the Church of Satan, they had a book that they had. The Temple of Satanism, or the Satanic Temple, does not have one book. Their whole things there are scientific facts, and we believe in scientific facts. That's their whole thing.
So it's just like a religion. It sounds kind of fucked up, but a religion that's more rooted in reality.
Yes, it is. I think their whole idea is they kind of are fighting against the whole satanic book club, like satanic after school programs, is to combat against Bible studies after school.
Oh.
Which, in their minds, that's a whole controversial topic that could be talked into. We talked about religion. But, like, in general, religion should not be in schools, so they're fighting against people who are pushing religions into school by saying, this is a religion, but it's a religion based in science, so we're also pushing it, so kids come to our after-school project to learn about science, which is kind of interesting.
Fuck a Bible study. Just do your homework.
On God. Honestly. To finish up their tenets, they have 2 more. We have 6, which is people are fallible. If one makes... I don't know if I said that word right.
I don't even
if
know
one makes a mistake... if one makes a mistake, one should do their best to rectify it and resolve any harm that might have been caused.
Okay.
And every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word.
God damn.
Not bad. Some of the things that one of the biggest things that they have been in the news for, I am going to re-mention, this is a controversial topic. Everyone has their own opinions on it.
Hell no, it ain't controversial. Hail Satan.
No, the thing I'm about to talk about.
Yeah.
The thing I'm about to talk about. I don't really want to get into it because both of us are men, but the whole abortion rights going on currently. The Satanic Temple has their own funded satanic abortion clinic. It says it right here. Health presents Supreme Courtship, a fundraiser for the Samuel Altos Mom's Satanic Abortion Clinic. And they do it because they are, I don't know what side, but it's exactly called, but pretty much they're pro-abortion. So they have it where technically
pro-choice.
In states, they're pro-choice. They're in states where if abortion is illegal, they say you can't make it illegal with us because we are because it's a religious thing. Which, even if it's a controversial topic, having that there is kind of cool. Honestly, it's kind of funny to read Alto's Mom's Satanic Abortion Clinic that's kind of funny.
I mean, okay,
But-
so here's the thing. This is, like, obviously touchy
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, politics and all that. But the the thing about the overturning of Roe versus Wade that I didn't really understand the the uproar over was like, it's not like it gets overturned and it's banned everywhere. It just gives the power back to the states to decide what they want to do instead of just federally instead of just declaring it federally, which I mean, that's a different discussion in itself, but
I know states' rights, especially like stuff that's going on in Texas and Texas movement to be their own country.
Texas
Which, you know what?
needs to get off
You know what I
fucking
will
priority
say?
seat.
Yeah, you know what I will say? If we go back in history again, Texas was their own country for a little bit. Y'all got fucked up by Mexico and had to call good old Uncle Sam to come save your ass. And if it wasn't for Uncle Sam, uh-oh. Like, bro, I remember even as a kid, I went and visited the Alamo, right? When I was a kid. Because we had gone to a trip on Texas. And I remember being a kid and being in the Alamo. And I was like, damn, I really don't give a shit about the Alamo. I was like, this is fucking stupid. I even knew back then, I was like, y'all beefed with Mexico. Learning it now, by the way, that's why I have Manifest Destiny written in the podcast topics. I do kind of want to talk about it because I feel like people don't know the brutality of Manifest Destiny, especially what happened in Texas with Anglo-Saxon settlers. To let anyone know a little bit, Mexico gained its independence. It owned Texas, right? They had a program where they were letting Anglo-Saxon settlers from the States move in to Texas. But they had a couple of ground rules. They were like, you can set up not a colony, you can set up a settlement here, you know, you'll have land, but you're going to be managed by this dude. You're going to have to learn the Spanish language, and you're going to have to convert to Catholicism, was their ground rules. Mm-hmm. The states have a reputation to anyone who is a darker color or different than them. If they sign a binding agreement, they will always almost break it and be like, they're like, you expected me to follow that contract? You guys are subhuman. I don't care. Like, they do that a lot, and that's kind of what happened in Texas. Mexico had a good idea because they were like, yo, these people are really efficient in their farms. They'll make us money. We'll get more people to join. And the main thing is that if they were ever to go to war, but all of Texas was pretty much uninhabited, but it would inhabit that, and it also makes that area of Texas work as a buffer zone where there's Anglo-Saxon. Oh, and also they were using it because Mexico was having beef with the Comanches, and this is kind of smart on their part, even though it's a little bit fucked up. But they were like, yo, let's just bring the white people in because the white people will just kill the natives. Like, that was their actual thought process, which is fucked. The whole thing is fucked up. Manifest Destiny, all of it's fucked up. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit.
That is some problem solving, though.
It's brutal problem solving, but it's problem solving. It definitely is. And then, yeah.
It's like buying a cat to handle, like, a mouse infestation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It's 100% that. Holy fuck. I need to tell my history teacher about this. That's the perfect analogy. I'm going to let him put that in the slides. That's hilarious. Yeah. But, okay. Let's go into mortality, correct? We want to go that? That's a short one. I don't know if we'll go very long on this. I just kind of wanted to have a conversation about
That's
this.
something I don't suffer with.
So, I was listening to a philosophy podcast, as I typically do, trying to get my knowledge up. And he was talking about this dude who talks about mortality and how humans are always, we're just trying to get over the idea of mortality constantly. We fear death, all of that. So the main question I have to ask is, when did you realize your mortality? When did it first come into play where you had a moment where you were like, I'm gonna die one day and there's nothing I can do to stop it?
Whew.
Do you remember? Because I remember. I was very young. I was very, very young.
I can't pinpoint exactly when I did understand, but I can remember the exact way I thought about it. It's like, obviously, I don't want to die. Like, who the fuck wants that?
Well,
yeah.
I could name someone the person I hung out with today.
Anyway, but I obviously don't want to.
Oh,
but
fuck! Are we gonna get canceled for making fun of suicide?
No, just keep talking. Okay. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, we didn't make any joke. What are we talking? That was just, we're both sick.
Yeah. But if it were to come, I guess it's like, well, shit. As long as I did what I can, I can't imagine being mad about it.
I feel like I'm definitely on the same page as you, where I'm not really thinking about it in a way where it's like I'm fearful of it every day. Like, I avoid dangerous situations like everyone would. Like, I was proven right recently. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I don't care because it's a big city. No one's going to be able to know where I am.
I know where you are.
Dude, it's so... Oh, can I give backstory to that? That's the funniest thing to me. On my phone, Edward is not put as Edward. It's a terrifying picture of him, and I just put the caption as the man who might kill me because you look like a serial killer in that picture. And I gave him my location once when I was visiting him, and now every time I go to look at locations, it just pops up with his face on the side, and it says, the man who might kill me can see your location. It is the funniest thing. Every time I'm recognized by it, like he's living in my walls.
I know where you are at all times.
Yeah, like, I avoid dangerous situations. There's just recently, actually, this is current news, in the Coronado Mall, there was a shooting. And I never go to the Coronado Mall because I know, hell no, I ain't going to that area. It's dangerous. Like, I've heard stories of some homeless people who just be walking around and they're, like, shooting up drugs in the bathroom. There was the case for a while. I don't remember this, or I don't remember doing any studies on this, but I remember talking about it. There were some dudes just walking around with needles shooting people up in the mall. Bro, people will just do that.
Ambushes?
They'll ambush drug. Boom, you're addicted now. Good luck. Boom, and then leave. And then there were other people who would just go steal someone's shoes in the middle of the mall and leave. Like, I never go to Coronado, and I was proven correct when there was the shooting that happened. So, but I'm not scared of death. Like, especially when it comes to other people. Right? Like, people in my family, of course I would be sad, right? But I'm not... If it had to I have the Nordic Viking way of thinking where it's kind of, it had to happen, right? Like, it had to happen. It's still sad, but like...
Your Honor. It had to happen. This dude,
He had to
used
die.
my truck, and he didn't fill the fucking tank up. And I just, Your Honor,
it
it's
had
just-
to happen.
I just be in.
Do you know how
in that
much
Viking way
gas
of
is?
thinking.
Oh my lord, bro. Especially because you've been in my truck. That thing is a gas guzzler. It takes $200 to get to where you live in gas, dog. Oh my god.
Oh fuck! What was
But-
I thinking about?
I remember when I was a kid, I had first recognized, like, wow, I'm gonna die one day, and like, that's crazy. And then I moved on.
Damn, that's crazy. I think the thing
Go
that doesn't really get me is like the thought of actually dying, but more so like the fragility, pretty sure that's the fucking word, of human life.
Oh my god, yeah, the podcast I was talking about he was talking about how everyone goes to live on, but he said that the fragility of human life, that you could slip it, this is quoted from him. I'm taking his joke, but this is quoted from him. He said in the middle of it, he's talking about a super serious situation, and he says, you could slip on a curb and then get, run over by a Mormon on his bicycle, and that's it. I was so caught off guard, but that's true. You could just slip one day. Like, a simple fall can kill you if you land wrong, which is insane.
Oh fuck! Oh, I thought about the freeway again.
Dude, every time I call you when you're driving, I'm scared.
Oh my god, I'm thinking about you flying off the freeway. Fighters.
What?
In fighters.
Oh my god, what were we talking about, bro? I can't remember. I can't remember.
I hit you with a raw level 3, and you couldn't believe your fucking eyes. And you let out the most distressed and pain. Fuck! Fuck!
Oh my god, I remember that!
That's exactly what my reaction would be if I had just flown off of the freeway. And I'm rapidly descending.
Just fuck! Oh my god, I hope the audio was good. I was like, dude, that was so funny. I did the black people thing where I stood up and laughed and had to walk around. All jokes, I'm joking. It's a joke, obviously. Oh my god, dude, there's 2 people I shared the podcast with that I go to school with. Oh my god.
Oh. Speaking of fragility, I did kind of have like an experience recently, not with myself personally, but so what's it called? At my job, which is in airport of unspecified location. Do you know the like procedure for parking planes?
No. I've been on a plane twice.
Okay. There are 2 wing walkers that will be like on the outsides. Yeah, they'll be on the outsides of the safety envelope, which is like just like a line that like covers the area 5 feet outside of the plane. And there's someone who marshals the plane in, like tells them to come in, turn,
The
fucking
dude with
stop
the
on the
sticks.
mark. Yeah. And when the plane stops, you have to put the chocks down, and then, everybody can proceed normally. Except if the APU, the third engine, the auxiliary power unit, if that isn't working, we need to connect power before the pilots can turn the engine off. And that means that the chocks that we put down for the main gear, you can't put those down yet. And fuck, dude, heart kind of beating thinking about this shit.
Okay.
Someone that is very close to me was wing walking on that right side of the plane, where you put the shocks down. And I put the ones down on the nose gear, and I looked up, and both engines were still running like full power. And I watched them pick up the other chocks and start walking towards the engine, and I literally shat my pants.
They almost got vaporized.
I started fucking monkey screeching, dog.
I can imagine your big ass going just Oh my god.
But the thought...
This person listens to the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, I'm happy that he saved your life. Oh my god.
Like, front or back. Like, walk in front of the front and you're going into the engine. Walk behind it and you're getting jet blasted. You could get, like, head trauma or some shit.
Yeah. Because that thing will just throw you straight to the ground, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's already happened with someone that was in our training class.
Oh, really?
Not too long after getting out of training, she got jet blasted while walking up in, like, that exact same scenario.
Dude, I'm terrible. I don't think you've seen it, but there's this video of this baby going around that's just covered in ash, and that's just what I imagine. It's just someone getting vaporized. Just hold on, wait, and then poof, just fucking dust.
But, like, when close encounters like that happen, it kind of like takes a second to go back to normal.
Well, I can give you an example, because it's definitely like I bet this makes sense. It's definitely one of those things where you're so used to it at work that you don't even see it as dangerous until something like that almost happens, right? Huh?
Yeah.
So, to give an example, I used to work in a screen printing company. By the way, I'm back in the burning building. I talked about in the podcast how I stopped working for them. No one else is hiring, and I went back, but I'm just working at their stores. I don't know if anyone's seen a screen printing machine, right? But think of a big ass wheel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the wheel has flat. It's you think of like the spokes of a wheel.
Yeah.
Except on each of the spokes, there's a flat piece of wood that is the pallet, and it fits. You can put a shirt over it, and then that pallet goes from each of the machines that are separate machines on this wheel that put the screen down, and a squeegee goes across it, and then it picks it up, and then there's other ones that are called flashers, and they quickly heat the ink to cure, and then you can put another layer over it, pretty much. Well, there are safety cords in between the heads that if you get too close and pull them, yoink them out, it'll shut the whole machine down. Mm-hmm. Because you can get in the middle of the wheels, in the middle of the spokes on the wheels, and just get chopped in half. And sometimes you have to get in between there to be able to scrape ink off of those screens. Which, when you're working, you always tend to try to keep your body out of it, but some people get a little comfortable and they know I'm fine, right? Mm-hmm. One of the guys that we worked with who had been working there forever, he was just on autopilot, like typical. You know, you're printing thousands of T-shirts in a day, and he's having a problem where he's like, "Oh, I gotta go remember to scrape the ink, because if you don't, then you fuck up the whole job and you get yelled at." So you would stop the whole machine really quick, go scrape it, but I think he forgot to fully stop it, and he still had it on auto.
Bruh.
So he went to go scrape, and it started moving, and one of the other guys noticed really quick and hit the emergency stop, dude, and it barely stopped. And it was one of those things where you realize, like, damn, like, that could have been it.
That nigga lucky.
He would have been done. Yeah. I think a couple of people have hurt themselves on the machines before, like gotten hands stuck in the machines and everything. I've never done that. I'm not stupid. I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah, just the thing to live by is fucking complacency kills.
Mm-hmm.
I've like, after that point, I've been like hardwired. Every time I put the nose gear chocks down and the engines are running a little longer than I'm used to, I'd be going on like fucking high alert, looking at both sides.
Honestly, take your time. There's no reason to rush for a company that pays you minimum wage.
Yeah, that's fucking... please.
Especially,
like,
let them old guys that be stealing all the good shifts, let them get jet blasted.
Oh my god. Was it? No, it wasn't you. But there are some people that have been there since, like, 1970.
Yes, I was there. We were playing games, and you were telling me. I was just sitting there, and you were like, this dude's been there since 1970. We did the math. He had to be a minimum of 18 when he got the job, and he's been working there for that long.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Or how old would he have to have been if he was 18 in the 70s?
Oh, well,
he would have to be...
He was born in, like...
60?
Yeah. Close to it.
Wild. Imagine that long, the same job.
How have you not thrown your back out yet? Bro.
What is he throwing it back? Bringing the plane in? The pilots know him so well, they know to stop when they hear them cheeks clap. Oh my god, that's a terrible joke.
The force of his ass cheeks coming together. He just shuts the engines off and brings the...
That's why he's been working there that long. He's just got it down, bro. That's the only place his powers can be used.
Holy fuck.
My little brothers called me autistic the other day because we were just chilling, and I was sitting with one of my little brothers, and I was like, I don't know what, we were talking about something stupid, and I mentioned, I was like, I wish I could just make the vine boom sound whenever I wanted. I could just make it ambient whenever I wanted.
Definitely talked about that before.
Just imagine, like, you're giving a presentation in class, right? And just, that's why lynching is bad. Boom. and then like you can make it sound lower whenever something was sad, like, you know, you're talking at a funeral, like, she was a great and caring mother.
But
boom.
That would get out of hand way too fast.
I would use it in very wrong scenarios.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
imagine I get drafted, I'm out there, and I'm just like, I got this. I got the distraction in the distance. You just hear, boom. Write this down. Write this down. Next D&D character, make a tiefling with thaumaturgy, and you just make your thaumaturgy constantly do the vine boom.
Oh yeah, I'm stealing that shit.
I got you.
We were talking
I have a
about
cough, oh my lord.
We were talking about death, like
mortality, yes, death. Yeah,
got to
right before you die,
Vine boom.
you see the car on the highway as you're walking across, flying 80 miles per hour straight towards you, and you go, damn, and then just boom.
Oh my god.
mortality one wasn't supposed to be this long. I was just very curious when you're like... This is another one that I realized when I was a child. Did you ever have a moment where you realized, holy fuck, people actually are their own individual beings and they're not just little characters in my story?
Once you realize that, the stakes get higher.
Yeah, I feel like that's when, like, anxiety and social, like, pressures become a thing, is because you realize, holy fuck, these are actual people.
Yeah, these aren't just, like, non-playable characters. Just following their
Some
programming.
people, I would argue some people are, dude.
Some Floridians, yeah, I can agree.
Oh my god. Do you remember that one dude that I would complain about all the time in the job? L? Do you remember him? I'm gonna say his fucking name. Or can I can't pause my recording.
Just message it to me. Because, to be honest, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yes.
You remember him? Yeah, I have to work with him. Saturday. Bro. I'm not excited because he's genuinely one of those people where oh my god, if he said some shit to me, bro. The hands. These hands don't discriminate. I don't care if you got a bad back, bro. That's where I'm aiming.
Whoa.
I'm gonna blow this dude's back out. No, wait. Whoa.
What did you say?
Nothing. Alright, what's the next topic? I was curious about yours that you put in. I didn't really understand it. I didn't really understand it. Let's talk about that.
No. You have to explain your actions.
I'm gonna fight him. I meant that in fighting terms. Yeah, I can take him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in a fight, right?
I'm fighting. I had to walk away for a second. Oh my god. I feel, by the way, I'm so sorry for all the people who can hear me coughing. I feel so bad. Oh my lord. Oh.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
Can you explain your thing in the notes, please?
Yes. So, I guess it's not specifically the law. The whole topic is the effect of the law or rules or standards on morality. And I remember seeing something a really long time ago that is like the perfect example of this. And that was someone in a nursing home that I don't remember any of the details, but they died because the first responders were not allowed to go into the nursing home. They weren't actually allowed to enter. Yeah.
Why?
I would have to like do more research on it because this is like
I
pulled
wonder
from
if
the
I
depths
can-
of my memory.
I wonder if my mom knows, because my mom's worked in nursing homes and with old people for a very long time, so I wonder if she knows. She even worked in the dementia facility where they had to lock the people in there because it was unsafe for them to leave, so I wonder if she knows why.
But it's along those lines where, like, you either do what's morally right and risk being and risk, I guess,
Breaking the
suffering
laws.
the consequences, going against those rules and standards and such, or you follow you follow the law to a T, and you sacrifice your own morals.
Okay, so really quick, initially I thought you were talking about, if laws affect morality. Like, are laws what makes you does it affect it in a way, like, how a lot of people will think laws are meant to be broken, so laws might actually cause more problems because then people will try to break them because you put a law on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I actually just did a whole study on this, on public execution, and a little fun fact is that capital punishment has this thing called the brutality effect, where in states that had this effect, they would execute about 14 people a year, okay? In the 14 people a year, every time they did an execution on a criminal, it would actually increase murder rates in the state. So these executions that were meant to prevent criminals would actually increase the crime rate. And this was a study done over 40 years of data, and it was found that, yes, these states would have an increase. There were other states, a lot of those bigger states that were heavy on capital punishment, such as Texas, Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were ones that it was found that they did not have this brutality effect. They had an effect where crime would actually go down. Murder rates would go down. But the difference is, if you remember I said, the places that had the brutality effect, they're executing about 14 people a year.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, from a humanitarian state, 14 human lives, I know they're criminals, that's the controversy part, but 14 human lives is still 14 human lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get to that point where it actually deters crimes, you have to go to about 80 people a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's really, one of those things. But it is interesting, that's what I thought at first. But I like your idea of, do you break a law in a moral position? Which can have some touchy things. Another one of my classmates actually just did a presentation on physician-assisted suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Where people who, wanted to be medically medically put down, I guess. I lack of a better term. Euthanized, pretty much, yeah. Lack of a better term, I don't know, but, is that illegal? In a moral stance, it's like, this person is suffering. The biggest one I thought about, dude, was, do you remember, the Japanese dude that survived, a nuclear reactor shutdown? Like, he was locked in there and they saved him.
Oh, yeah.
But
and then they
he
kept
had
him alive.
And they forcefully kept him alive to study on him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
in that situation, morally, if it was illegal to, help him, if it would be counted as murder if you let him die, but, morally, do you let that person live? Because, his skin was falling off. He was in pain constantly.
Yeah.
And that is super interesting, because I don't know. In a stance, I am definitely one of those people where, if a law is unjust, you should do your best to break that law.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If something is obviously unjust, you should fight against it and make it just.
Exactly.
But then it's also something people might skewer that opinion to be like, well, I'm going to make this fit my belief of, murder or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the law against killing someone, I feel that really kills my vibe.
And it's so touchy, because there's those people, too, where it's you hear stories of, someone's daughter gets molested or something, and the father goes out and takes care of that dude. There's been stories on the internet of fathers, pretty much killing people because... And honestly, I think, that's a touchy one, man, because it's ooh, do I really want to say I'm okay with murder? But those people, I guess in the way that it worked out, like, the dude killed him and he got you're done, but also when he had to go to jail, which is like, okay, that balances out.
And coming back to the idea of, like, taking those human lives as a form of punishment, we didn't determine it, but one of the tenets of the Satanism is
of the Satanic Temple.
Is.
Do you want me to find it? Which one it is?
Taking away someone else's freedoms, you do forfeit your own.
Yes, that is a good point. Honestly, because I would argue the fact that's the one only big argument that we had that we didn't come to a conclusion was when we talked about public execution.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I remember you make a really good point, like infringing on someone else's freedoms, you do lose your own. And it's like, fuck. Like that's hard. I don't know. My stance still stays, though, when it comes to that in capital punishment. I'm kind of a person that believes that death is an easy way out for these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't deserve to be free. They definitely deserve to rot, is my kind of thought process. Is like, damn, put them to work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It does suck that there are some times where you can see someone that's clearly beyond help. They don't even want to be helped, and they're having a chance at rehabilitation.
I think that's another thing, though, that we should, like, our law system should lean a little bit more into rehabilitation. For some people, don't deserve to be out, but some people, we should focus on rehabilitating them and making them, let them back into society.
Yeah. The only time where that fails is, like, repeat offenders going in and out of the prison system. Like, guys, I swear I'll learn my lesson next time. It's just
okay. But that's the thing. I don't know if you know this, because we've been talking about this in sociology. The way that our system is set up here in the U.S., and this is, like, in comparison to other countries, the way our system is set up is a lot of the reasons why we have repeat offenders. I know that sounds weird, but remember when I was talking about hard institutions in sociology and the resocialization that they go through?
Mm-hmm.
That resocialization turns them into, they start believing that they're part of that social group. It's called deviancy. This is sociology, and it's in the deviance center, or the deviance topic of sociology.
Yeah.
There's so much research done. This is like the biggest topic in sociology. But pretty much they become part of a deviance group, and they see themselves in that group, and when they leave, they continue because other people, like, think about it in this way. If you hear someone is a felon, typically we'll treat them differently.
Yeah.
Even if we think, we're not going to treat them differently, we do have that subconscious bias that you're a felon, I don't know if I really trust you with anything.
It's
which
exactly,
ends up...
It's exactly like we were talking about with the, with, like, the effects on Muslims after, like, the attacks in 9/11. How, like, while people were like, I wouldn't treat those people differently just because they're associated with some certain group or whatever, like, subconsciously, like, if you, like, spot someone in an airport with, like a prayer rug or something, you're gonna be, like, slightly nervous.
Yeah, and that's another thing, too, is that these people who commit deviance and get into these deviant groups end up being with more people who see themselves as deviant and will lead them to commit more deviancy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is one thing that I'm like, maybe we should work on that a little bit, where it's like, maybe we shouldn't put these people back out just so that they're going to go find these people again and commit more crimes. That's a big thing. But then, again, it's a touchy subject because some people do deserve to just be in jail
Yeah, it's
for the rest of their lives.
it's hard to, because there are so many people that are in the prison system. Do you try rehabilitating and making the prison environment like a slightly easier place to be, and a place where it's less like a punishment and run the risk of people just gliding through freely that are unfixable, to put it simply? Or do you keep it the way it is?
Yeah, that is such a hard, like, thing to fix, because you have something like Sweden, where, like, people were talking about Swedish prisons. Like, have you seen the pictures of, like, a Swedish prison?
Fucking living in
Where it's like-
luxury. They're living better
I
than me.
know. Honestly, bro. I'm living out here in squalor. Right, dude, that's my main problem right now. I'm on that poverty cut. I could go in my fridge, there's nothing in there, dog. My dad has been gone and I'm broke. I have no money. I've been living off of $10 Sam's Club chicken.
Meanwhile,
I have nothing else.
Them five-star Sweden prison chefs are out here like bringing prisoners caviar and shit.
I know. Well, that would rehabilitate me. I don't know if that would rehabilitate me. I might reoffend to go back.
Take me back to prison, please.
That's such an interesting fact. I'm sorry, I kind of want to mention this. One of the facts about Charlie Manson, when he was 30, Charles Manson, when he was 30, he had spent 16 of his years in prison at that point, right?
Uh-huh.
And they were going to release him again. This was right before he started the cult. And they were going to release him again, and he straight up was just like, yo, can y'all, like, just keep me here? He's like, I don't want to go back out there. And they were like, well, damn, too bad, bye. Well. This is a little interesting fun fact.
That is, I mean, legally, they have to let you out. They can't keep you there because you want to be there. So the only choice you have is just to commit a crime again.
Go commit more crimes, son.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Exactly. it's
Dude,
conditional. It's like the Black Father coming back after you make it to the NBA or something. Like, all right,
Yeah.
we'll be back for you only if you go and rob a gas station.
Oh my god, dude, I love that. I love that idea of just, like, kicking him out of the prison and being like, alright, we'll see you if you commit another crime. We'll probably see you if you're gonna commit another crime.
Yeah, just text me.
We'll go pick you up. Yeah, bro, there's a gas station about 5 miles from here. I get my break in 5 minutes. I have a 5-minute break at, like, 2. So if you, like, rob that gas station, I'll go pick you up and you can come back in. Dude, oh my god! Did you hear how they banned Magic the Gathering in prison?
What?
Dude, this is crazy. Magic the Gathering cards have become a currency in prison. I just heard about this the other day. Hold on, let me Google it. I know I had Google up for a reason, bro. I know I had it up for a reason.
Dude, yeah. The first thing I think about is like people dying or getting in fights over Magic the Gathering cards.
Wait, no, it's in New Mexico too. It's only in New Mexico.
What?
Of course it's in New Mexico. New Mexico Deputy Director of Corrections Department Timothy Hatch is eliminating MTG within the prison system for inmates in New Mexico. Recently,
shit.
inmates have been told that they have 30 days to send their Magic the Gathering cards home and will no longer be allowed to play while incarcerated.
Be fucking real.
It is. Oh my god.
That's a show of humanity, though, allowing them to send their prize collections home.
Edit. I am glad this is getting some... Oh, wait. And additional information, my father has reached out and asked anyone that is going to reach. Bro, it's so funny to me. It's so funny. They had to ban Magic. They can't... Bro, come on. Like, they can't even play a blue deck. I can't counterspell while incarcerated anymore, bro. Come on.
God. You should feel horrible.
Dude, oh my god.
That was probably some people's livelihood and the only thing keeping them going in the prison. And they
Get a pack of cigarettes for a card. No one would be able to handle my red goblin deck. Get out of here. No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I can't even make any jokes because I couldn't fucking name a Magic the Gathering card off the top of my head.
I don't know Magic the Gathering card. I used to play it in high school. I felt like such a nerd. Playing Magic the Gathering in high school, bro. In the library. God, I was a fucking dweeb. I just remember there was this one fucking dude who would spend all of his money on Magic the Gathering, and you play with him, and he'd have the best deck. You couldn't do anything. He would just put down the card. It was like the Exodia of Magic the Gathering, where he would just put a card down, and that was it. You lost. There was nothing you could do.
Exodia decks are obviously, like, terrible to play against. But...
They seem terrible to play.
They're so funny to play.
Oh my god, dude, why do we gotta be such nerds, man? We're talking about... I love how we can be talking about... Dude, just 5 minutes ago, we were having a very intellectual, college-level, conversation about the death penalty and the prison system, and now we're talking about fucking Magic the Gathering and Exodia decks. I guess let's talk about another thing. What else could we talk about?
I mean, we could.
I know we're an hour in, but I would... what were you thinking?
I was thinking about... I wasn't thinking. I was thinking about expanding more on the topic we were originally on. Maybe.
On mortality?
No,
or morality.
Morality, yeah.
What about morality? What would you like to say about morality?
What the fuck is your problem? You wanna explain yourself, you fucking dork?
I don't know, it just came out of me. I didn't mean to offend you.
Yeah.
I'm playing with a pink ball right now, dog.
Yeah, I don't know. All I heard was, it sounds like you don't have anything intelligent to say about morality. Do any of you have anything important?
Bits. No.
Yeah, you're close.
No. It was a joke. Dude, my jokes are getting scarier and scarier every episode we do, bro. I don't know what'll happen by episode 10 at this point. I might be incarcerated by episode 10. I'll be recording this from a prison cell.
Despite making up 13% of your jokes. Each episode gets 50% more dangerous.
I know, that's... Dude, this is riding the line again. Or... I actually really did want to talk to you about something that we can go into later, but I remember this is something I want to talk about. Right. I want to talk about the current situation going on with Dream.
Okay.
I will let you go on your morality thing while I do a little bit of current research on it. Bro, what if I pulled up the audio?
I mean, you can.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you go about what you're doing.
Well, I mean, it was something. It wasn't really like on that specific thing, whatever the fuck. But when we were talking about freedoms and shit like that, it does get to the self-defense thing, that kind of thinking, like defending your own basic human rights. And it's so strange how it's scary to defend yourself if you don't live in a state that kind of encourages it, I guess.
Tejas. In Tejas.
Huh?
In Texas.
Oh.
That's what it used to be called. Tejas. Sorry.
Thought it was an acronym.
No. No.
What are you talking about? But like, one of the most common things that I've heard in regards to like self-defense during like a home invasion is like the person who's like doing the person who's defending their home with like a gun or something, they'll get like criticized, or those people will get criticized, and people will say like they don't value human life at all, they have no care for human life. But then, just like we were talking about with the Satanic Temple, those people did value your things more than they valued their own life.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to put it. I've never really thought about that. Like, that's another one of those really hard topics that people will talk about. And because then it's scary as well, because I guess to bring it into my own perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is like, if I don't tell my dad what time I'm coming home, and if I come home late, there's a very high likelihood of, if I open that door, I'm getting shot if I don't tell him what time I'm coming home. I might turn my dad's got a fucking R6 corner peak here.
He has the fucking soft wall angle.
Yeah, he does, bro. He does. My whole house is soft wall. Oh my god, dude. I peeked around the corner of my door. There's a long hallway that goes to my living room, and my dog peeked the corner at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have shit myself.
That's so hard, dude. Honestly,
alright, let's talk about gun control.
Oh my, oh, that's a scary one, dude. That's a scary one. That was so hard, man. But I absolutely love the video of the, like, I have to resort to the cannon loaded with grape shot mounted at the top of the stairs.
I mean,
me and my history class have had a lot of interesting conversations on gun control. We have a retired police officer there that I'm just gonna call Mr. P. And honestly, sometimes I feel bad for Mr. P, because he's a retired police officer, right? He was an undercover cop, like, very experienced dude.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a history buff. Also, you can tell, he had some conversations with me, and I could tell he's definitely a I don't want to call him a hard right-leaning person, but he definitely leans to the right of the political side,
He's
right? And
conservative.
yes, I don't care about politics. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, left, right. I don't even know what the fuck.
Liberal conservative. Yeah, he's liberal conservative. He's conservative, but like to put it, he's in a classroom surrounded by a lot of left-leaning college students.
Oh, man.
Like a lot of the time, this dude is the sole survivor and trying to fucking argue his point in this history class.
Dude, that reminds me of the fucking, like, debate, like, the little mock debate that I had in freshman English, where I was still, like, socially awkward, and so I didn't really engage in classroom activities much. So, when we were doing a little debate, and the topic was brought up, is catcalling bad? And the entire class moved, but I was too awkward to get up out of my chair and move with them. I was the only one. that was for catcalling.
What did you say? What did you say? Oh my god, Edward!
I couldn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I probably would have been like flogged outside of the school.
You were like, I'm just here. I'm not trying to debate. I just didn't want to move. This dude was like, I ain't getting out of my fucking chair.
It's like staring at a fucking pride of lions.
One of the eye-opening moments in one of my history classes when I was in high school was a mock debate that we did on should the U.S. have nuked Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the whole class being on the side of we should have, against one singular girl on the side that we shouldn't have. And bro, I'm gonna be honest, she was kind of spitting.
Oh shit.
I was like, damn, she kind of right. Like, holy fuck.
What was she saying?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Alright. She, I guess, wasn't spitting that hard.
Let's end with a funny topic, yes?
Okay.
Let's end with a funny topic. Everyone who's listening, I'm assuming people who are listening are around our age, so they probably know, like, YouTubers and shit.
Let's just give an explanation.
Surprise, surprise! Another Minecraft YouTuber has been caught for having sexual messages with a minor. It happened again.
What?
Surprise.
I can't believe it, man.
Dude, did you ever watch Vanoss? I know only a small percentage of people are gonna remember this, but there's this Vanoss video where they were doing like a YouTube death run on Gmod.
Oh yeah.
And there was the Wildcat clip where he was like, download Minecraft, start a YouTube channel, get 1 million followers, have sex with little kids, and then he died. And they were all like, yeah, that's probably where it would end. And there's been so many Minecraft YouTubers, man.
It's
So to give a little background, Dream is... We did a little lesson on this. Dream is a Minecraft YouTuber that is probably, honestly, probably the biggest Minecraft YouTuber of this decade, I would say, of the 2020s.
Yeah, he definitely blew up really fast.
I personally used to watch him when he was doing his like manhunt videos.
Oh yeah.
And then Carl Jacobs outed him as a cheater in speedrunning. And that, I don't know why I got really into speedrunning on YouTube, and I remember, like, these cheaters, and I would sit here like, ugh, these fucking cheaters, you fucking nasty bitch! Well, and something about speedrunning, man, it's it's such a
Sacred
like
art.
work of art competition, man.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that someone beating a game that would take like 4 hours to beating it in 30 seconds is not impressive. But, like, I remember in my favorite childhood game, Minecraft, he cheated. He altered the RNG, and I remember at first being like, I'm gonna wait for Dream's response, right? And I watched his response video where he was like, I hired a Harvard scientist to disprove this. And then Carl Jacobs came out with, like, multiple people have proven that your Harvard scientist math was just wrong. And I was like, well, you know, proving that his math was wrong, that's numbers. You're not going to convince me numbers are wrong.
Bro,
so, sorry, Dream.
Harvard
Howdy.
degree off, like, the back of a Kellogg's Frosted Flakes box.
And then where I finally stopped with this guy was when Dream posted the video. I don't know if you remember this, where he posted a video where he was actively stating, I think stands are a good thing. Which immediately gave me, he's manipulating his audience.
Stands
he is getting his audience.
Yeah,
he is convincing his audience, I want you guys to be stalker fans. I want you to be obsessed with me. Which is manipulation to the max. He wants them to follow his word like a cult. You know what I mean? Which is happening currently.
The main audience being
minors. The children, they yearn for the mines.
Not like the cave crawlers, like the ones who you should... Never mind. Whoa. No, just keep going.
So pretty much, Dream has been outed again. He got outed, right? Which wasn't that big of a deal at first. Like, not a lot of people... Because he's been outed before. This time he got outed recently. This is where the funny aspect comes in, where he got outed. And the voice actor who voice acts Gumball from The Amazing World of Gumball, he's done a bunch of other stuff like that, but that is his main thing. He tweeted something about bashing on Dream, being like, imagine being a groomer or something like that, like making fun of him. Dream then responded with blackmail of the voice actor of Gumball, saying, slurs, not racial slurs. What is the word I'm looking for? He said the F word, pretty much. A homophobic slur. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. He said a homophobic slur, and in this video, he is obviously intoxicated, and he makes fun of Dream. Apparently, he also, like, beat Dream's ass that night, which is kind of funny. But the worst part is that Dream thought that this was a snapback, that this was a boom. Look at this blackmail that dropped on him. He said homophobic things, right?
Oh no.
Well, the fucked up part is that this was like 9 months ago or something, and at the time the voice actor was like 19 years old, I believe, and was not legal drinking age. So meaning Dream was with a underage person who was obviously intoxicated, and then recorded him and saved that video for blackmail later. So everyone was like, you got outed as a pedophile and now you try to use this, and this just proves you being a pedophile more, and it's just a fucked up thing. Like, you're using blackmail as your defense. You're trying to take down people with you. And dude, I remember the LGBTQ community was giving Gumball Watterson the pass because they hated Dream so much, which was hilarious to me. I was like, let's go.
Get his ass.
But the funniest thing that came out that I showed Edward, I don't want to play the audio. I can't find the audio because I'd have to get on my phone and search for it again. I don't want to do that. I don't want to listen to it again. But if anyone's curious, you can go onto Twitter and or X, and you can look up Dream moaning audio. And Dream got it's an account that is a burner account. The name of the account is burner account 6 or something like that, right? And the burner account just dropped this video that is apparently, I haven't looked too much into it, but apparently undeniable proof that it is Dream's official Snapchat of him sending a Snapchat audio of him moaning to a minor. With the caption of it, like, holy fuck, your tits are so hot. It is not okay. It is hilarious to listen to because holy fuck, imagine.
Oh my god.
Bro got his moaning audio leaks, dude. That's probably as bad as when EDP got his, like, photo of a shit in the toilet bowl leak. That's really bad, man.
Honestly, just any of his pictures getting released were bad.
Oh, dude, I hope retribution comes upon Dream, man. I am tired of seeing him. I'm tired of the stands. Do you know that there's stands out there defending him?
Huh?
Dude, I saw this ridiculous message that someone messaged a creator on Instagram. I don't know if this was fake, but I was like, I wouldn't doubt his community for doing this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They used words like your, like higher intelligent words that they're not supposed to be using, higher vocabulary, pretty much being like, this is terrible for making this, how dare can you bash on Dream? Like, he's only 22, he's talking to people who are above 14, which is not bad at all. Like, I'm like, you can't consent at 14, what the fuck? He's 22, Let's reconfirm this, Dream is 22 years old.
Dude, even
Bro.
being like 17 talking to someone that's 14 is still fucking weird.
It's still weird. It may be technically legal. It's still weird as fuck, though. It's still real weird. I will say, here in New Mexico, I believe there's like a 4-year gap law or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where if you are, I think, math, 18, 19, 20, 21. A 21-year-old can legally date a 14-year-old.
What?
Like, and it's a little bit touchy, I think. But that is there's like a 4-year gap or something like that, which is a weird when you put it as like a... Is that not?
21 minus 14?
I said 17. I meant 17.
Okay.
I meant 17.
Okay.
I meant 17.
Like, bro, what?
Bro, my bad math comes at me again.
Harvard
Oh my
scientist.
god. I have a Harvard degree.
Harvard.
Harvard.
don't-
No, something like that. I don't know if that's true. I remember people talking about it when I was in high school. I still thought it was weird back then. But even then, it's like... What is up with these Minecraft YouTubers and messaging minors?
They can't
Just
stop.
Don't diddle kids! I never diddle kids. Like, bro... Like, stop! I just don't understand. Like, they have this massive fan base, and they, like, see children, and they're like, ooga, ooga booga. Like, bro. I don't understand either, because, okay, personally, Dream had it, he was set for the rest of his life. He's a fucking millionaire, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude's making music, even though shitty-ass music. Oh my god,
it's
terrible
horrible.
fucking music. Yeah,
But
terrible music.
The stands would still listen to it, so it doesn't matter.
Obvious. So yeah, he would still make tons of money, probably a millionaire, like, doesn't have to work a single day for the rest of his life, and you're gonna go diddle kids and fuck that up. Like, all you had to do was not diddle kids. How hard is that? How hard is that for people to understand? Like, bro, you know what also makes me fucking sick? Sick to my core is when people are like, men are attracted to younger women because they're physically made to search out the most fertile women, and it's like, shut the fuck up!
Oh, brother.
That shit. Like, what fucking what's his name? Brad Pitt. He like I think people took the statistics. And apparently Brad Pitt, every girl he's been with, as soon as they hit 25, he dumps them and he dates another 21-year-old. And then as soon as they hit 25, he fucking stops. He's never been with anyone. I don't know if it's Brad Pitt. I could be thinking of someone different. But like an actor has never dated someone over the age of 25, which is ridiculous, dude.
He's just running the infinite.
At least he's not diddling kids, though. At least he's not diddling kids.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Like, oh my god.
It's like playing Minecraft for like hundreds or thousands, tens of thousands of hours just does something to their brain. And
I wonder if that... Dude, that sounds like a study.
Like a scientific study, like a social experiment.
Playing too much Minecraft makes you a pedophile? We started an anti-Minecraft campaign, boys. Hop on Roblox. We finna play Five Nights at Freddy's on Roblox. Let's go. Stop playing Minecraft. You don't want to diddle kids.
Like, play a game that'll make you not want to play games or something. Like play some Souls shit.
Play Souls. Play Baldur's Gate. I haven't played Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I want to play Baldur's Gate.
I don't even know. I didn't even know what it was originally.
It's D&D.
Yeah, it's like D&D, but before it released, the third one, I didn't know it existed.
Oh, yeah, yeah, who the fuck knows what... I never even thought about that. I forget it's Baldur's Gate 3. Like, I didn't even acknowledge the existence of 1 or 2.
I didn't know what it was before.
You know the funny thing is that before it was even talked about, I had heard about Baldur's Gate because of... you remember how I just told the story about the dude who almost got snapped in half at that job?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude was super into D&D, and I remember him telling me about how he had been supporting Baldur's Gate 3 for forever. And that Baldur's Gate 3 was originally supposed to be a system that DMs could use to make their own games. Imagine that, the graphics of Baldur's Gate 3 to make a campaign that people could play in. They had to abandon that and then go into a game. But I wonder if they're working on it now because of how successful Baldur's Gate 3 was.
Bro is so lucky his coworker rolled the fucking monstrous nat 20 dex save, dog.
Oh my god, dude. I so badly... If this podcast ever takes off, I would so badly want us to promote a D&D campaign podcast. That would be so fun. Imagine. It would be scary. It would be scary. It would be scary. No one's gonna understand that except me and you. No one's gonna understand that. I'm a booty warrior. Inside jokes are not a good thing to do in a podcast, man.
Booty is more important than food and water.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh dude, that was a terrible thought. I remember I was like, oh, what if we just took recordings of me and you playing Dragon Ball FighterZ and like released them as audio, but dude, I turned feral in that game. I become a different person.
Yeah, it's not safe for anyone. Actually, no, it's just not safe for you, I'm pretty sure.
It's not safe for anyone, I don't think. I think it would cause actual mental harm to people. Hearing my monkey screeches.
That shit, actually, I think might be causing ear damage. Like, permanent hearing loss for me.
To you? Yeah, probably.
Dude, I wouldn't
doubt it.
There was something I was thinking about. On the,
Okay.
on the fucking the Minecraft YouTuber thing. Fuck.
Yeah. What? What about Minecraft YouTubers?
Minecraft. No. It wasn't that exactly. But it was. Yeah. Like, I feel like once you hit, like, like 13.
Is this the thesis?
Once you hit like 13, I want to say.
Uh-huh.
You can't go lower. You can't go lower. At all. Don't go lower. Don't do that. Like 2-year gap maximum. And then once you hit 18, like, the sky's the limit.
Wait, what?
Like...
what?
Like, okay, like, you are 13, right?
Okay.
There can be a maximum of, like, a 2-year difference.
Like, you either date a 15-year-old or an 11-year-old? What?
No, I said you can't go down. I said you can't go down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can't go down. Oh, you...
Bro, that's like a 7th grader dating a 5th grader, dog.
That's horrendous. That's fucking horrendous. No, you can't go.
Dude.
You can't go below that. But I feel like
Are you setting guidelines though?
I am setting guidelines. I wish to be the leader of the world government.
Children, you're allowed to start dating at 13.
That's it.
You can only go 2 years up. You can, if you're 13, you can date a 15-year-old, and then what is it? Once you hit 18, the sky's the limit.
The sky's the
Is that
limit.
what you're
If you break any of these rules that have been set, you can maybe experience up to a $13,000 fine or capital punishment.
Capital punishment.
Anyway,
Dude, this had to have been the wildest episode. Dude, actually, I am so scared for the trajectory of this podcast. It keeps getting wilder. I feel like our comeback episode we were so intelligible, but then also so, like, having funny jokes in there. And now it is just, like, God, I'm so scared of the 3/5 joke, man. I'm so scared.
Despite making.
We need to stop. Oh, let's go through the clarifications at the end of the show. Everything we say is jokes. We are
Most of them, yeah.
well, like in the and the 3/5.
Oh my god.
No, we're making jokes. This is obviously jokes. I feel like that's gonna come into play, like with the way me and you are, is like, I feel like when it comes to the white boy, black boy friend dynamic, there's gonna be racist jokes.
It has to be.
There has to be,
It's
and
just
I will.
the way the world works.
I I don't want to say that. I got the pass. No. Oh! I broke the ball. Oh, ew! It's
What?
Can you do the outro, please?
You what? You. What did you do? You can't just say I broke the ball.
You just hear a pop and me go. By the way, I don't think anyone can hear me because I'm in the kitchen right now. Only you can hear me. My phone's still in my room.
Oh, that is right. Okay, well,
Oh God. Okay, that
that's
part's
all.
gonna have to be cut out. That part's gonna have to be
That's all.
cut out.
Gino had an issue with
I'm back.
a
I'm
ball
back. I'm
breaking.
back.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Also, to the few people who do listen to this, love ya and appreciate ya. We're happy to have people who even want to hear our voices. So, yeah. All right, you can do the sign off.
Why don't you do it, huh? Huh?
Just end it here. End my life here, dog.
All right,
It's gonna
fine.
give me the
Next
pass.
episode, though.
It's gonna give me the pass.
Next episode, though.
Alright, goodbye, everyone.
It's been dick ass. Sayonara, nigga.